Hello, and welcome to SquiniCentral Garage Edition. No, actually, I am seed planting, but I am in the garage because if you've seen my last and some of my other previous videos, my greenhouse is not ready yet for me. The back area that it's supposed to be like enclosed and be able to have a little bit of heat inside, like and have a heater and everything, it's just not ready. So I am in the garage with a heater so that I don't do this in the kitchen like last year. I didn't get as early a start as I wanted to, but I was looking and I found some of my old seed tags, which is great because I'm actually planting a couple of these tonight real quick. I'm just going to plant some onions, I think. I don't know if I'll get to the peppers. I have decided that I cannot use my seed blocking tool because I can't do this motion very well or very often. So unless I get a helper, I'm probably not going to use my seed blocks this year. So what am I going to do? So first, let me apologize that this Zoom is so tight. But it's the only thing I can do right now. I don't feel like trying to get my tripod. This is how I sift. I got this sifter last year from Garden Supply. It was on back order and it didn't come until the middle of the summer, so I actually never used it. This is the first time I'm using it. Works pretty good. It actually has 3 sifting sizes. Oh, I'm not making anyone dizzy. It has 3 sifting sizes. I have the smallest one in there. Ooh, I did not put it in like you're supposed to. Let me just put it that way. So that is not a flaw of the manufacturer. That is a brandy flaw because I didn't feel like it. And so since I shook it just now, it's not screwed in. It's got these screws right here. You're supposed to screw in, and I didn't feel like it, so I didn't. So I should continue to shake side to side, which works well. But then you put the screws in, and then you can do that up and down shake thing. So all these large pieces right here that are in here, some of them actually can still be crushed. They're just larger, thicker pieces of the peat moss. But if they will not break into smaller pieces for my seedlings, they'll just go into the pile of dirt that's going to go into the beds outside. Nothing will be wasted. But so that's my sifting. I'll just dump it in one of my trays. Alright, so this is one of the trays I'm going to use. I'm going to plant my onions in here. And I'm just taking my sifted soil. Onions are tiny seeds. They're strong seeds, but they are still tiny. So the soil isn't really wet. I'm going to give it a little misting before I start planting, and then after the seeds go in, I'll mist it again. Alright, so I went and got my mister. It's nothing like being prepared, right? But onion seeds are pretty easy to separate after they sprout, even after they grow for a bit of time, and they're pretty hardy. So I'm not worried about them in terms of being bunched up. So I got this little sprayer. Amazon. Nothing special. So I'm just wetting this layer. It's a hand pump. You pump it up, and water built up. You guys all know how that works, right? And I can actually do different strengths. So that's nice and wet. Okay. All my little boxes. I brought my boxes with me. I'm just really going to do the onions right now. I'm not even sure which ones I actually. You're going to like this, or you're going to think I'm crazy. But I started setting out what exactly I'm planting, how many I'm about to plant, the date about which I wanted to plant, which was yesterday. I wanted to start, and I didn't get to start yesterday. But I just need to make sure I refer to this to see what I'm planting. My markers that I showed you earlier, I got them also on Amazon, and I try to use certain colors for certain vegetables and fruits or whatever, mostly vegetables. But there are tons of them. Like look at that. There's so many. So I will have these forever, especially since I like to reuse them. So I'm gonna do some white Lisbon bunching onions and some Tokyo white bunching onions. And what I'm just going to do is I already have Tokyo white bunching onions written, so I'm going to just stick those. I'll show you. I'm just going to stick that in here. Well, you know what? I'll do it at the end because I'm going to put more dirt on top, and right now it's not deep enough. But let me grab those out of the case. I really only get a couple of these in there because my back is hurting me right now. So these seeds, like I said, they're small. They're little hardy seeds though. They're not weak. And all I'm going to do is take them and try to drop one every half inch or so. Like I said, as they grow, I will separate them, and hopefully I'll be able to leave them in here until they need to go out or they're ready to go out. But we'll see, because this is not as, well, it is a science, but it's not really a science, this square right here. So I said I'm going to do about 20. I think I probably did about 20 in there. And this seed pack will get used again later. Right next to them, I'm going to plant a new variety I got, a white Lisbon from Botanical Interest. So I'm opening this one for the first time. Just trying to open. Sometimes they make these so hard to get into. But after you get into them, it's so hard to close them up again. Now, what's cool about Botanical Interest is that inside, and I won't see it until I either put these in itty bitty small plastics bags, but they have like a whole bunch of information in there about planting whatever seeds you buy from them. It's like all the way around. But I'm not taking these out tonight and putting them into another bag so I can see what it says. I'll do that later. So I stopped about here. So I'm just gonna go right around, right next to them. Will I mix them up? Possibly, but they have their own general area. It's onions, they're bunching onions. I'm not that crazy about making sure that they're in the right location. I know they're onions. I know they're bunching onions. They're gonna grow about the same. If I keep them at least somewhat separated, I'll be able to tell if I liked which one grows better maybe, or when I plant them out in the garden, which ones I like. So those are in right now. So alright, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of dirt on top of these guys. Nothing crazy. Again, they're strong seeds that will get through. I'm just trying to make sure they have a little cover. All right. So, after all that excitement, I think my back is hurting and I wasn't thinking properly. I may have planted King Richard's leeks instead of the red globe. But I'm not going to fix that problem tonight. I'll just plant more. I'll plant red globe actually and fix this tag tomorrow. Because right now it's not happening. My back is really, ooh, see that little bit of a twist made that a much stronger squirt. So everything's watered, everything's in. I dropped dirt on everything that was in there. So that is what I have. This is planted. It's going to go into the greenhouse with a little bit of a heat mat. Again, they don't need the heat, but because my garage is absolutely cold, a little bit of the heat that it gets from the heat mat will make sure that they can germinate at a proper temperature. All right, that is step 1. I'll be back for step 2 later. Thanks for joining, and have a blessed day. Bye.